Hey guys, today I'm gonna be working on number LeetCode 3000, which is maximum area of longest diagonal rectangle. Let's read the description. You are given a 2D zero-index integer array dimensions. For all indices I, 0 less than equal to I less than dimensions.length. Dimensions I0 represents the length, and dimensions I1 represents the width of the rectangle I. Return the area of the rectangle having the longest diagonal. If there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, return the area of the rectangle having the maximum array. So let's check here example 1. We have dimensions and it's a 2D array, and as we read here, the first number in this array would be the length, the second number which represents the width of the rectangle. And now here first we need to get the diagonal length of each array here. So the first one would have 9.487. The second one is having 10. And since the second one is greater than the first one, then we just get the area of this rectangle, which would be 8 times 6, and we get the answer. So if you check here, you need to return the area of the rectangle having the longest diagonal, which is this area here. It has the longest diagonal, and we just return the answer. Now, there is only one edge case. If there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, return the area of the rectangle having the maximum array, which means if these two, this one here and this one here, return the same diagonal length, then we just need to return the one here which would give us the maximum array. And that's it. So in this case anyway, this here gives 48, this here gives 27. But if it is the same diagonal length, and if this here, the area of this is greater than the one in index 1, then we just return this array. And here now, if we check example 2, again, you're having 3 here is the length, and 4 is the width. And then this here, the diagonal is the same for both, so the maximum array is 12. So now if we try and write the code for this, if we check here, so what we need to do basically is we need to use this formula to get the diagonal length. So what we can do here is that for I in range length of dimensions, and then here I need to get the diagonal length, which would be math.squared and dimensions I 0, and then here 2. It's just the same formula plus dimensions I1. And now here I have the diagonal length of each area of each rectangle that I have in this 2D. Now here what I need to do then is get the area of each one. So I just do area equal dimensions, the first element, and then the second element. And of course here you need to declare these variables. So you can put here equal to 0, area equal to 0. And then here you need to check according to this condition. So if the diagonal, now here we need to check if the first one is the maximum. So what we can do is create a maximum variable here, assign it to float minus, which would be this one would be the minimum number in Python. And then we just check here if diagonal length less than maximum, greater than maximum, sorry, then we enter here maximum equal diagonal length, and then here we write also that the result equal to array, and then here return result, and here result equal to 0. Let's check if this works. Now as you can see, this here would work, but now if I here submit, I would get a wrong answer. Why? Because in this case here, we are having some arrays with the same diagonal length. So we're having this condition here. If there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, return the area of the rectangle having the maximum array. What this means is that what I need to do, in this case here, I'm checking if the diagonal is greater than the maximum. And then I assign maximum to diagonal, and I return the result, which is the array, which is the area. What I need to do is also check if, else if the diagonal underscore length is equal to the maximum. So now here, if I get the first diagonal length of this, it would be assigned to the maximum. Then I get the one of this, it would be assigned to diagonal underscore length. If it is equal, it would enter here. Now I check if the result here would be the array, the area of the first rectangle. So I just check if result is less than the area, then result equal to area, and I just return the result. Now we can submit, and we can see we have a working solution. So as a recap, we have here, we're basically looping in this 2D array. We get the diagonal length of the first array of this one here. Then we get the area. Then we check if it's greater, which it would be greater. We assign it to maximum. Then we assign the area to result. Then it enters the loop again. It would do the same. If the diagonal underscore length would be equal to maximum, then it checks if the result is also less than the area. It just assigns it here, so this here would be the edge case. And if it's not equal, it will enter this one here. If the diagonal underscore length of this one is greater than the maximum, it assigns it to the maximum here, and it assigns the area to the result, and eventually it returns the result. And basically that's it. It's an easy question, and I hope you guys understood the solution. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and see you in the next video.